What's up guys, it's Beachbody again, and today we're going to talk about a really important part of my training which I feel like I should share with all of you. Let me ask you a question. How many times have you finished work or you've been busy doing chores all day, or you've been out and about and all you want to do is go home, watch your favourite Netflix series and just do nothing in complete darkness with a blanket and a cup of tea? Cup of tea, probably not all of you. But my point is, the last thing you want to do after you've had a really hard day, or even if you're getting up first thing in the morning to do your exercise, is train for 2 hours straight. And so many people think that's what you have to do. In fact, it's become the norm in the last couple of decades that you have to train for 2 to 3 hours a day. Even if it's just an hour and a half a day, you're still going to do several sets of exercise, or you're going to do loads of laps on the treadmill, or you're going to do 10 different exercises for one body part. It's just not necessary. And in fact, it can actually lead to overtraining. It's going to lead to fatigue, poor recovery. You might actually go backwards. You might actually end up burning and losing muscle for energy and overtraining, as opposed to building it and feeling great and healthy. Any kind of training, it can be too much without you even realizing. And that's why I'm here to save your asses. And I'm going to introduce you to the golden goose of physique building. The HIIT training principle, not to be confused with the HIIT principle. This is actually the HIT principle, okay? And what that means is high intensity training. And what do I mean by this? Well, first of all, you can stop training 6 to 7 days a week. I hate it when people do that. I'm talking to people and they say they've plateaued in the training, they can't get stronger, they're feeling tired all the time. Well, how much are you training?
I'm training 6 days a week.
Why? Why are you doing so much training? What could you possibly be doing that isn't leading to diminishing returns? I train 4 times a week. You can actually achieve every goal that you're looking to achieve with less training, with less time exercising, but with more intensity. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it's for everyone, because not everyone has the capacity to be able to dig that far down. Not everyone can put that much intensity in. It requires 100% work. Before I scare you, I'll tell you what the HIIT principle actually is. So let's take a chest workout, for example. We'll start with these. A typical chest workout might look like 4 times 10 reps of a bench press, 4 times 10 reps on an incline press, and 4 times 10 reps on a chest fly. Let's completely erase that. Forget what Arnold and all the golden boys used to do. Forget everything you've ever learned in a Flex or Muscle Fitness magazine. Listen to this one principle, developed by Arthur Jones way back in the 70s, mastered by Mike Mentzer, adapted by Dorian Yates, and it made Casey Valletta, when he had to stop training for a while, gain 60 pounds of muscle in 30 days. Yeah, sure, he was a bodybuilder beforehand and he lost a lot of his muscle, and a lot of it can be attributed to muscle memory, but still 60 pounds of quality mass in 30 days, whether it's muscle memory involved or not, can't be sniffed at. So back to those 4 sets of 12 reps. Wipe them off. Do one warm-up set, maybe 12 to 15 reps. You're not throwing the weight about, you're making sure that you're doing some nice clean reps, you're making sure that you have a control over that rep, and you make sure you're using proper form at all times. It's a standard you should always have anyway. After you've completed that one set of 15 reps, you're going to do one set of all-out failure. And what I mean by failure, I don't mean all these people that you see in the gym who do 5 reps and I'm out of breath, I'm done, and they stop training. No. If you're training with me and I'm taking you through the HIIT principle, we're going to aim for 6 to 8 reps, but you're going to pick a weight you know you can only definitely do 4 reps with. And you're going to get to rep number 6, and you're going to get to rep number 7, and then it's going to feel really hard. And on rep number 8, you need to use 100% intensity, 100% of that muscle, 100% of your effort, even if it ends up that you're only completing partial reps towards the end of your set. That's true failure. You need to get to momentary muscular failure. And that means exactly what it sounds like. For those couple of moments, your muscles are failing to do what they're supposed to do. They're failing to move from start to finish. On your second exercise, let's say it's an incline press, any variation you like. You're then going to do 1 set to failure, maybe aiming for 4 reps, but you're still going to go to failure. So pick a weight you can definitely do 2 or 3 reps with, and get to 4 reps, maybe get to 5, maybe get to 6. Again, 100% effort. And superset that exercise with a chest fly, again, a variation of your choice, and do the same again, all the way to failure, 100% effort. Even if that means on the chest fly, you do your first 4 reps with full range of motion, and then to the point where you're literally 4, 5, 6 reps, you're halfway, you're moving only a little bit, boom, finished. Just like that, including your warm-up set to begin with, because you always need to warm up, you've done 4 sets, because a superset is classed as 2 sets in this case. 4 sets for your chest. And if you've used 100% of true intensity and you can't do any more, you've reached momentary muscular failure each time you've tried to, That's all you need to do. For those of you who might be new and may not know or may not be 100% sure, a superset is to complete a second exercise immediately after a first different exercise with only a few seconds rest in between the sets. So in this case, you're going to go from your incline press straight into your fly movement. Now this can work on your own or with a training partner. If you train by yourself, it is the best because you only need 40 to 45 seconds in between each set. Apart from the supersets, of course, they have to be completed together. Now, completing these workouts usually takes around 20 to 25 minutes, but if you're training with all-out intensity, that's all you need. You no longer need these 2-hour workouts. So if you're training after work, you'll be home in 45 minutes instead of being home in 3 hours. So a lot easier, a lot less stress, and a lot less time consuming. Because of this, you need to make sure that you're resting enough. Only train 2 to 3 times a week. You don't need any more than that. Gone are the days of 6 or 7 days a week training. 2 to 3 days a week, 4 if you're feeling like you really want to go and you're missing your training sessions. You only need to train 3 to 4 times a week. Mike Mentzer back in the day only used to train 2 to 3 times a week. I like to train 4 because I just like to go to the gym. It's a good pastime and it's a good way to get your energy and your stress. It's a good way to get your stress out from your daily lifestyle. Keep in mind the reason why the frequency is so abnormally low compared to other training regimes is because the HIIT principle is extremely taxing on your nervous system. Not only your nervous system, but all physical systems in your body. You want to make sure you're not overstimulating yourself, and you need to eat accordingly as well. What I mean by this is work out your daily maintenance calories. You only need to eat a little bit above, as always. That's not changed. You still need a diet that consists of around 60% carbs, 25% protein, and 15% fat. In using the HIIT principle, you're going to get stronger and feel bigger because you get more recovery, which allows you to get stronger and hit plateaus less often. And you're going to be able to balance your lifestyle and your training better, which of course for the average person who isn't trying to be a bodybuilder, whose lifestyle isn't generated around training, that is one of the biggest perks. Always eat enough, always get enough rest, and like I always preach, always train hard. If you have any questions about the HIIT principle, I have only gone through it in vague detail, but if you have any specific questions or you'd like an example of a training plan, hit me up. Don't be afraid to send me a message, give me a follow, ask me in the comments. And as usual, like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, turn those notifications on, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.